Hi everybody, this is David with Cartoon Fortress. I hope everyone's doing really well. Happy to be back with you today. As we all know, movie collectors love sales. That's an easy thing to say. There's always, it seems like, sales going on with different labels, different stores putting on sales, and at this time, at time of filming this video, Target is running their buy two, get one free promotion on movies. I found myself at Target last night. I was at an optical appointment and decided to mosey on back to the movie section, and we all know how that goes. If you collect movies, you don't ever walk out of the store without getting at least something. Now, I picked up 4 titles, and if you're doing quick math in your head, that doesn't equate to buy 2, get 1 free. So I picked out a few titles, and as always, there's that extra title or 2 that I can't decide on and can't put back. So I ended up coming out of the store with 4 selections. So I'm going to go ahead and show you those, and then we'll go ahead and get those unboxed and show you what you can expect if you would like to purchase any of these titles. Alright, so the first title that I picked up, this is a film from last year, and I missed it in theaters, which sometimes that happens. There's films that I really want to see, but for one reason or another, schedule doesn't line up, not able to get out there, and so I missed this one. And since it was released on Blu-ray, I've been really tempted to pick it up, and this sale was a good opportunity just to snag it. So this comes to us from A24. This is a Robert Eggers film starring the wonderful Willem Dafoe and the emerging Robert Pattinson, who has really emerged as an actor to be taken seriously. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I feel like he's really come into his own and is taking on challenging roles, and I really respect that. So really looking forward to seeing him in this, and this is, of course, The Lighthouse. The first and most striking thing about this film when I saw some initial trailers, what would that have been, early last year probably, the black and white filming style that Eggers employed or decided to have this film shot in really grabbed my attention. I'm a fan of black and white film. Those who follow this channel and see the types of films that I bring into the collection know that immediately. So that aesthetic of black and white really appeals to me. So really excited to watch this. I've heard a lot of great things, and this is a blind purchase that I was really excited to make. So The Lighthouse by Robert Eggers. Next up is another A24 title. This one I was able to catch in theaters, and wow, this movie blew me away. This stars Adam Sandler, another actor who I feel like when he wants to, he's able to show some real range, and he does exactly that in this film by the Safdie brothers. This is Uncut Gems. And if this is not one that you've seen yet, or one that you're kind of on the fence about watching, I would say go for it. It's a real powerhouse performance by Sandler, and he's got a great supporting cast, and it's one of those films that really sticks with you. Just really great human performances, and really humans not at their best, but fantastic performance and performances. Again, great cast surrounding Adam Sandler in this one, so definitely a recommend on this one. Happy to have it in the collection so that I can watch that again. And then the second to last here, we have another one that I did see in theaters. I read the book as soon as it was released. Again, those that follow this channel know, number one, what a huge horror fan I am. I love horror films, and my favorite of all time is the Stanley Kubrick adaptation of Stephen King's The Shining. So Stephen King, years and years after the release of The Shining, in fact, just a few years ago, released a book called Dr. Sleep. And this is the sequel to The Shining. And in 2019, we saw the theatrical release of the adaptation of Dr. Sleep, starring Ewan McGregor. I really enjoyed this. It wasn't like a flat out 10 out of 10 for me, or something that I went away just wanting to yell from the rooftops that everyone should go see, but I really enjoyed it. And what really grabs me about this specific release is that it includes the director's cut, which I'm going to immediately pop in. I just got these last night, like I said, and I'll probably be watching this tonight or tomorrow. And I'll be watching this one with my wife. She really enjoys The Shining. And I know she's looking forward to watching this as well. So this includes the director's cut. Excuse me. And so the director's cut is 28 minutes longer. So it's considerably longer. Sometimes we'll get these director's cuts that are, just a few minutes longer, and there's no real, change to the story or the narrative, or, anything that really, that's really different. But when you're talking in terms of 20 plus minutes of extra content, I feel like there may be something to pay attention to there. So I'm really looking forward to diving in on Dr. Sleep and seeing this one again. And the last title that I have, I was really surprised that Target still had this particular edition in stock. This is another film from 2019, starring Matt Damon and Christian Bale. This was one of the big surprises for me of 2019. I went into this, again, saw this one at the theater, went into this expecting to have a good time, but not anything spectacular, kind of a big Hollywood production, big Hollywood budget, big cast, kind of knew what you were getting going into it. I'm honestly really surprised with not necessarily by the performances that we got out of Matt Damon and Christian Bale, but just the overall heart of the film. I felt like they did an exceptional job. And this is Ford versus Ferrari, or Ford v Ferrari. And this is the Target exclusive gallery book edition, which again, I was really excited to see that they had in stock. There was just 2 left sitting on the shelf at the Target that I went to. So I had to pick this up, and really happy that I did. Another one that is an easy recommend. So we'll go ahead and jump over to the other camera now and unbox these so you can see what to expect on the inside. Okay, so here is our stack of movies. We'll go ahead and look through these in the original order that I presented them to you. So we'll go ahead and start with The Lighthouse here. So first off, the slipcover on this is absolutely gorgeous. Just this wonderful black and white photography with our 2 main characters front and center here, or actually the lighthouse's center, I should say. And then we've got Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. If we flip over to the back here, if you want to read up on the synopsis here, you can. So the extra features on this one are a little bit light, no pun intended. We have The Lighthouse, a dark and stormy tale. Audio commentary with co-writer and director Robert Eggers, and finally some deleted scenes. So definitely not a bare bones release, but it's you always hope for more in terms of the special features. I love learning about kind of what makes these films tick, and hearing all the thoughts that cast and crew have on production and things like that. But you don't get that with every release, and that's totally fine. So let's go ahead and then show you the spine here. So you even have the lighthouse there on the spine, and then Same thing on the other side. So really great presentation with the slipcover, which I'm a huge fan of the slipcovers. Okay, so same presentation here all the way around. Oops, and then on the inside, you do get your digital code sheet, and then we have just a standard Eco Blu-ray case here, and then we get this nice blue coloring on the disc, but no artwork to speak of on this one. All right, so that is the Lighthouse. All right, next up we have Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. The nice thing about this is you have this kind of spot foiling on the film title, and then the text up here, Adam Sandler, a Safdie Brothers film. All of that has this spot foiling on it, and then all of the other text on the cover here is just complete with the kind of the matte finish. So that's really nice. Here's the spine. Here's the back. So you get Adam Sandler there. And then you can go ahead and pause there if you want to read up. And then the only special feature we get on this one is Money on the Street, the making of Uncut Gems. I'm not sure of the runtime on that. If that's what we've come to expect from big studio releases, it's probably going to be a bit on the shorter end. And the runtime on this film is 135 minutes. Let's check the Lighthouse here really quick. This is 109 minutes. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we get here in the Uncut Gems Blu-ray. All right, so in here, this is going to be the same again all around. And on the inside, you do get the digital code. And here we get it's actually a Blu-ray DVD combo. So the white disc here is the DVD. And then the opposing blue disc here is the Blu-ray release. Again, this is just in a standard Eco case and nothing to speak of in terms of any artwork. All right, next up we have Dr. Sleep. So as you can see here, this does include the director's cut. Awesome cover here, and we get this interior shot of the Overlook Hotel with a young Danny. So great cover there. And then there's the spine. Now this is kind of the standard Stephen King font that we've come to know over the years, so that's definitely familiar. Same thing on the other side. And then, whoops. If you want to go ahead and pause there, you can take a look. So here's our film synopsis, and then special features included are From Shining to Sleep, author Stephen King and director-screenwriter Mike Flanagan look back at the original novel and classic film to discuss how they took on the sequel. And then we have The Making of Dr. Sleep, A New Vision, and finally Return to the Overlook. So I'll definitely be looking forward to diving into those special features. Anything where they talk about the original film or novel, I'm always up for. I've read the book as well. I've seen the film more times than I can count, but I've read the book twice, I think. I know it's been multiple times, but anyways. And then the runtime on this, there's the theatrical and the director's cut 152 minutes and 180 minutes respectively. All right, let's go ahead and see what we can find on the inside here. All right, again, same on the side and front and back. We have our code sheet in there, and we get some plain, but I like the coloring on here. So we have 2 discs. So the black disc, so both are Blu-ray discs. The black disc is the director's cut, and the red disc is going to be the theatrical version. So I like that they have each version on their own disc. That's really great. So gives them a little bit more room to breathe, which is awesome. And then no other artwork on the back or anything like that to speak of. All right, now the last set that we're going to be taking a look at here is going to be a bit more interesting in terms of the case here. So this is the Target exclusive limited edition of Ford versus Ferrari, and includes the gallery book. So this is what we've come to know Target for in terms of the Disney and Pixar releases. And I'm assuming that since Fox is of course Disney owned now, that would be one reason why they would have offered this packaging for this specific title. So, and this does still carry the 20th Century Fox name. They, at least at time of production on this film, they hadn't moved over to the 20th Century where they dropped the Fox, where they dropped Fox in the name. So, still a 20th Century Fox title here. So, there's the spine. And then let's jump to the back here. So you can go ahead and read up. And let's see, in terms of special features, so we get a single Blu-ray special feature on here, and then the 4K disc is just going to be the film, it looks like. But the one special feature we get is called Bringing the Rivalry to Life, 8-part making of documentary. So that one, it sounds like we can expect to be a bit longer, since that is an 8-part, which is great. And this comes in at a runtime of 152 minutes. Let's go ahead and dive in here. Yeah, the gallery books at first, when they moved from the standard digibooks into these gallery books, I was a little bit let down, because I'm a big fan of the digibooks, but I've really come to love this style of packaging. These are definitely the exclusives that I prefer. So we'll go ahead and remove the J card here. So here's what you can expect on the back. It's a really cool artwork of Matt Damon and Christian Bale. Again, here's our spine. Same on the other side. We'll go ahead and slip this out here. So here's Matt Damon on the cover. And then we get a white spine there on the inside. And then Christian Bale on the back. And then also included here is the digital code sheet. So on the inside, we get some great images of the cars here. And I'm not a huge car nut or anything like that, but it's hard to not respect the machinery that's in this film. It's really fun to watch. But all right, so there's the back of the book. There's the front. And I like these. We always get really high quality images in here. It's a really nice font there. So images from the movie, and then some quotes, it looks like, but just really, really high quality glossy pages with the images. The only thing that it does leave to be desired a little bit is you wish there was some behind the scenes information, maybe some excerpts from the script or something like that. But again, the actual photography that's presented in here is top notch. And the glossy pages do have a nice feel to them. All right, and then you get this design here in the back. And that just slips in its own pocket there. And then finally, we open this up, and the first disc that we have here is our 4K disc. So the card that's on the disc there is also behind the disc here in the tray. And then the Blu-ray disc, whoops, which features a different car there. This is just kind of the standard blue color, no artwork to speak of on that disc. So really nice overall package here. And this all comes together nicely in this slip cover. All right, so again, we have Ford versus Ferrari, Dr. Sleep, Uncut Gems, and finally the Lighthouse. These are some selections that you can make at the Target sale if that's the direction you want to go. I'm not sure how long that sale will be on for, and I know it is available online as well. I know with the current climate right now with COVID-19 and everything going on, that online might be a more attractive option. So just so that you know, it is available online as well. Yeah, so definitely let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be picking up any titles in this particular sale. And if you found this video helpful in any way, I invite you to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and also if you do subscribe, hit that bell icon so that you'll be notified when I do upload new content. Usually I try and upload a couple of videos per week, so try to stay consistent with that. Of course, there may be things that come up from time to time, but that's the format that has really happened here, is 2 videos a week. So we'll try and stick to that as best as I can. And until next time, this is David signing off with Cartoon Fortress, and I hope you have a wonderful day.